And that was Ceili Rain, and with us is Bob Halligan Jr., and we thank you for coming on the telethon.
It's our pleasure, Kevin.
It's a unique sound. I don't know if you can describe it for us a little bit. I know people aren't too familiar with sort of a Celtic rock pop type.
Yeah. The best short form answer I've come up with so far is if you imagine the Beatles and the Chieftains in a room together, but John and Paul are in charge, and they said, "Listen, Patty, we love what you're doing, but can you slow it down a bit so people can take it in one listen instead of yiggity music is a term that's, and we have a 3-time All-Ireland button accordion champion in our band, so we don't slam Irish traditional music. Yeah. But John and Paul are doing it, see, so it's not me. Stop with the yiggity and just yay diggity doo dee dum dee dee diggy doom doom dee dum bay diggy doom doom dee dum dee dan dee ding doom 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 then again dee doo doo doo. So people get it into their heads, like a vocal melody, or like boom dee doom dee boom 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 dee dum. Something that people can really grab.
Yeah, yeah. And talk about the band itself and the players that you have and how you sort of formed it.
Well. And I'm still forming it because there's so many of us. It's a 7-headed monster. So it's kind of a full-time job, just fielding a team all the time. We've now had, I'm not absolutely sure of the count, but I think at least 33 people have marched on and some off the Ceili Rain stage in the course of, it's about 5 years now. Okay. The origin of it was that my wife was playing Irish music around the house. I think it was an album with the Chieftains and Van Morrison.
Okay.
Irish Heartbeat, maybe, something like that. And I started to fall in love with it. And she said, well, great. You should combine that with your regular pop rock stuff. See, because I've written songs for hard rock and heavy metal. I make my living as a songwriter, basically. And maybe I blew your next question. You'll forgive me, or you'll slap me around later, as you need to. But I've written for all sorts of unmentionables like Judas Priest and Kiss. I mentioned. And Blue Oyster Cult, Ted Nugent, Joan Jett, Night Ranger, all kinds of hard rock, heavy metal, scatty people. And then some more mainstream folks like Michael Bolton and Cher. Songs in movies like Iron Eagle, Light of Day, Wayne's World. A lot of contemporary Christian artists. Rebecca St. James, who sings on our next album that's coming out probably as the telethon hits.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm going on and on here. But anyway, she said combine...
I'm running out of questions.
Combine... You're running out. You had one question. You're running out of time on it. I'm sorry. She said combine your newfound love of Irish music with your regular rock and roll. And I said, honey, that's easily the dumbest idea I've ever heard in my life. And then I tried it, and I've never been the same since.
Wow. What inspires you when you write your songs?
Inspiration is mostly a vertical enterprise, but also I would say a close second to that is my relationship with my wife of years standing, and happy to say it's years. And the deal is that I view that love as having the spiritual content and connection that my love for and with my Creator has. Otherwise, it's just another dysfunctional infatuation thing, And so I view it as spiritual and permanent. And so that's what I look for, things that resonate with love that lasts. And, I always start with God, and then I go to my wife, Linda, for that.
And you have, as you said, a new album coming out. Talk about that, the name of it, and some of the inspiration for that.
The new record, Kevin, is called Erasers on Pencils. And it's essentially about Catholic guilt. It's about the idea, it starts out, the guy says, I wrote a D when I meant a B, now I'm stuck with a D. And the other guys say, that's what erasers on pencils are for. Like, Schmo, wake up. You can make mistakes, and you can correct yourself. And then there's a cool illustration on the cover of the album, this great big pencil that people, it's a mother and a father and a child. They're using it as a slide, and they're sliding down the pencil, and it grabs your eye. And I want to get across the idea of the pencil as a symbol for creation and correction, love and forgiveness, the two ends of it, you know. And not all the songs in the record have that theme, but we thought that would be a great way to try sort of get people's attention.
That's great. Well, we thank you for coming by, Bob.
Totally our pleasure.
And we wish you continued success in the future.
Okay, we'll do it again, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Kevin. Thank you.
Thank you.